Hi, I'm Angus from Let's Learn English, and I'll be your teacher today. Today we're going to look at relative clauses. A clause is part of a sentence. So the sentence, I went to the restaurant and ordered steak and chips, has two clauses, separated by the word and. Relative clauses are clauses which tell us who, which, where, or when something happened. The man who hit me was Jason's brother. Who hit me is the relative clause in this sentence, as who tells us which man we're talking about. The Coven is that club I've been telling you about. Here, I've been telling you about is the relative clause which identifies which club we are talking about. Here, the pronoun that has been left out. We use the relative adverb whose, which is not the same as whose with an apostrophe, when we want to talk about something which belongs to someone. We usually use whose to talk about a person, but it can also be used to talk about things. The man whose dog was barking all night is deaf, so he can't hear a thing. The country, whose economy is weak at the moment, is proving very popular for holidaymakers. The relative pronouns who, that, or which are most commonly used in relative clauses. We use who when we are talking about people, and which when we are talking about things. That can be used for both people and things. When talking about people, it is less common than who, and when talking about things is more common than which, and also less formal. The woman that sold me the house is now living in South America. There aren't any animals which are dangerous to humans in Britain. Hi, I'm Angus from Let's Learn English, and I'll be your teacher today. Today we're going to look at reported questions. There are two types of questions in English: yes/no questions and information questions. A yes/no question: are you happy? Yes, I am. Do you think it'll rain this afternoon? No, I doubt it. Information questions: why did you start crying? Because I was feeling ill. What's the name of the company director? Steve Evans. Depending on whether your question is a yes/no or an information question, you will have to use the correct type of reported question. Here are some general rules. Number one, and most important I suppose, reported questions are not questions. They are simply saying what someone said, so they aren't questions themselves. This means they don't have a question word order, and they also don't have a question mark. Look at these examples. John wanted to know how was I feeling is wrong. John wanted to know how I was feeling is fine. Reported questions need to change tenses and other words, just like reported statements. So these two sentences: Bob said he's leaving to get a good night's sleep before today's meeting, is wrong. Bob said he was leaving to get a good night's sleep before today's meeting is correct. Information questions include the question word, so the question word must appear in the reported question too. However, the word order is not interrogative because you're not asking a question. And you also drop the auxiliary verb do, because that only appears in order to create the question. Direct speech: what time does the train arrive? Asked Mike. Reported question: Mike wanted to know what time the train arrived. Yes/no questions. Here we need to use the words if or whether, careful with the spelling, to report the question, not forgetting to use the statement word order. Direct question: Are you getting the 5 p.m. train? Asked Greg. Reported question: Greg asked if I was getting the 5 p.m. train. Direct question: Are you prepared to accept the deal? Reported question: Mark wanted to know whether I was prepared to accept the deal.